The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship! Introducing first, accompanied by Maxine Dupree and Otis, representing Alpha Academy. From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable!
That man there, a former U.S. Olympian, a multi-time tag team champion, has never won a singles championship in WWE. Corey, Chad Gable's a competitor, and that eats at him.
Chad Gable is more than a competitor. Chad Gable is an animal. Chad Gable has what it takes to make it to the United States Olympic team. We are talking about one of the toughest, most incredible athletes in WWE. Had it not been for Gable constantly dragging around dead weight, Chad Gable would have probably been champion 2 or 3 times over by now.
Opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn!
Guys, I mentioned this stat on Raw this past Monday night when Braun Breaker took on Ilya Dragunov, that they were 2 of 3 men to have beaten Gunther since he arrived on the scene in WWE. The third man, you're looking at him, Sami Zayn, who ended Gunther's 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania.
After being trained by Chad Gable.
And I've got a theory on that. I've got a theory on what is Chad Gable's issues, and
what is this?
oh, that's not comforting. Wow.
Well, listen, if Chad Gable wants to win the Intercontinental title tonight, all he needs to do is wait for Sami Zayn to stop what he's doing to deliver unsolicited advice. Because Sami Zayn knows everybody's business better than they know themselves, which is why we're in this position to begin with.
Are we ever going to hear this theory, Cole? I've been waiting for 2 minutes.
Well, I was allowing the WWE fans who paid good money to be here tonight, Wade, let their voice be heard. But
well, you're being paid to make your voice heard, so let's hear it. Earn your money.
My theory's this. Chad Gable could not beat Gunther on numerous occasions to win the championship. So what does he do? He trains Sami Zayn to beat Gunther at WrestleMania, which Sami does, because Gable believes it's easier to beat Sami than it is to beat Gunther. Gable gets his opportunity in Montreal. What happens? Sami beats him. Gable goes completely off the deep end because his plan backfired.
Was the moon landing filmed in a Hollywood basement too? And what about Chappaquiddick? You want to get into all that stuff? Man, we are going off the rails here, Cole.
It's not a conspiracy theory. We know what Chad Gable is capable of. And we know that Sami Zayn has been sticking his nose in Gable's business, disrupting life within the Alpha Academy, because Sami can't stand to see any type of anything he perceives as injustice, which is everything.
And listen, Cole, even haters like you, as much as you apparently despise Chad Gable, the new version of him, you have to admit he has never in his career been more dangerous than he is today.
This one. This is baby, give it up, right? Wait, I need some help here.
I think we need to pay royalties if we sing along to it, technically. So I might want to avoid it, but I think you're right, Corey.
Chad Gable looking to refocus. Collar and elbow tie up with the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Listen, sometimes you're just not quite good enough to win the big one. And Chad Gable has not been able to win the big one yet, and that sticks in his craw.
That's a good thing. That's an obsession. That's a guy who is driven to be better and better.
But here's the problem. I don't think he believes in himself anymore. I don't think he believes he can get the job done. That's why he wants Otis and Maxine to get involved in these matches.
Well, when you got Sami Zayn planting seeds of dissension at every given turn, of course there's going to be some problems within the Academy. Gable should be able to count on the support of Maxine and Otis, but instead, Sami's trying to drive wedges because that's what Sami does best.
Well, it's because
there's your conspiracy theory, Cole. Sami Zayn is terrified of Master Chad Gable, the man he turned to in his hour of need before WrestleMania. Now, as Corey says, a wedge is being driven into the Alpha Academy, and it's all mind games from Sami Zayn.
It's like taking Master Splinter away from the Ninja Turtles. It'd be useless then. Side headlock takeover applied by Gable. Both superstars giving each other a healthy respect in the early moments of this matchup.
I believe the two people at ringside, Otis and Maxine, are suffering from Stockholm Syndrome.
When did you become a psychiatrist, Cole?
No, Cole. Listen, Otis and Maxine, they like the good life, the fun life. They like coming out, doing the whole shoot thing. Everyone's saying, yeah, ha, laugh. Waiting for Alpha Academy to lose. Hey, we'll see you again next week. Chad Gable is so much better than a court jester. And it's time people like you and this audience around the world started accepting.
That's why you're my partner, Wade. We need to give Chad Gable his flowers. What was Maxine Dupree doing before Chad Gable in the Alpha Academy? She looks great, but we didn't know what she was capable of. Otis thought he was a damn dump truck.
Gable looking for the ankle lock. Sami Zayn wisely makes it to the ropes. Gonna have to force a break.
Why didn't Nick Aldis draft Chad Gable to SmackDown? That's what I want to know, Corey.
Because Adam Pearce is a better general manager?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, attaboy, Gable. Turn up the heat.
Gable set up over the top rope by Zayn and outside. And now Sami Zayn has Chad where he wants him, and Zayn was going to fly and thought different about it as Gable had moved out of harm's way.
Chad Gable's reflexes second to none.
Like, I can imagine what this is all about. Meanwhile, Gable cares about his pupils. Poor Maxine is out here limping around in a boot on her foot. She shouldn't even be out here at ringside. Gable still drags her out here.
How are you supposed to learn if you're not watching the master? You have to listen to the man. He's giving them tactical advice. Here's how I'm going to do this. Here's how I'm going to win.
I don't know who's doing more gaslighting, Cole, you or Sami Zayn.
Well, Sami has been begging Otis to break away from that goofy Gable because he can be something by himself.
No, Goofy Gable was the guy who said shoot. There's nothing goofy about this version.
Oh, and that won't sit well with the champion. Nice side headlock takedown, but Gable turns it around. Listen, Sami is not going to win a technical wrestling match against Gable. There's no doubt about that. But
Gable time and again going for that ankle lock. Sami Zayn has had it defended pretty damn well thus far.
And Gable just kicked the wrist of Zayn and now attacking the shoulder.
Yeah, the left arm of Sami Zayn coming up lame here.
That is the brilliance of Chad Gable. He kept going for that ankle. He knew that Sami Zayn would have that well scouted, leaving his shoulder, his arm wide open. Now the bullseye has moved.
Nobody is saying that Gable isn't brilliant, but then he turns around and he barks. Then he turns around and he barks looks at Otis. I mean, he's an ass. That's what he is. He's an ass.
Did you see how I did that, Otis? That's what you should be doing next match you have. It's all a learning experience. It's a teachable moment, as Chase U in NXT might say.
It's not what he said to him, Wade.
You a lip reader now?
I heard him. He's 2 feet away from me.
No, the crowd was yelling. You did not hear what that man said. You're seeing and hearing what you want to hear.
And now Gable turning his attention to the injured arm of the Intercontinental Champion, the left arm of Sami Zayn.
He's had 2 shoulder surgeries on that arm. He's had a bunch of elbow problems. That is called scouting your opponent.
Cover. Kick out by Zayn at 2. Again, Otis has just been so conflicted in recent weeks.
It's all speculation. How many conversations have you had with Otis?
A number, actually. I actually do my job.
People are resistant to change, Cole.
He's not on my show anyway. How the hell am I supposed to talk to him, Cole?
You want to translate that for us, Wade?
It's the conga. I can tell you the original version. This version is twisted in Scottish parlance. I don't quite understand it.
I think they're going to play this later tonight at King Toot Toots.
We might go to the garage, actually.
Up and over to the outside goes Gable.
Oh! And again, refocusing the attack. This place is electric tonight. Over 14,000.
See that? That was a lesson about focus, Michael Cole. Go on, twist it into your own little world.
Well, yeah, he's telling Otis to focus because he doesn't want Otis to listen to 14,000 people cheering for him, begging him to do the right thing.
Begging him to go down the wrong pathway in life.
Propaganda to Otis is what Chad is trying to do.
Propaganda, perfect word. That sums up Michael Cole.
Immorality, Scotland's greatest export, Cole.
Oh!
Big forearms from Gable in the corner.
Sami Zayn now collapsing in the corner, near helpless. Gable's putting on a clinic as we speak. I think he's telling Otis to, hey, stay focused, because when I need you, you got to be ready. This has nothing to do with training Otis. It has to do with making sure Otis is in place when Gable needs him.
Sami Zayn continuing to have issues with that arm. Don't forget, Sami Zayn throws a ton of strikes.
Gable,
absolutely, potentially going to hamper the offense of Sami Zayn, although he now finally has the upper hand.
Yeah, but Wade, unfortunately, you know as well as I do what Sami Zayn is made of in the ring. I doubt there's anyone on the roster with as much heart as Sami Zayn. I'll give him credit where it's due.
Heart and durability is great, but he's fighting one-handed now. And Chad Gable knows all about destroying a man who has a weakness.
Zayn, leapfrog, sends Gable, tries to send him and does, over the top rope.
The issues with that arm of Sami Zayn, could not pull up an Irish whip, could barely clothesline Chad Gable over the top ropes.
Yeah, but Zayn will be damned if he loses the championship to Chad Gable, the man who attacked Sami in front of his family in Montreal. Off the top rope, Gable goes down. And now Sami Zayn trying to get some feeling back into the injured arm. Gable sent back into the ring. The Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn, trying to feed off the WWE fans in Scotland.
Really got Chad Gable on the ropes here, stumbling around.
Oh, and Gable with a drop kick, cover for the title. Isn't enough? Sami kicked it too.
Another example of the classic tactics of Chad Gable, stumbling around the playing possum, baiting the champion into a mistake, and now back on the offense is the mentality monster that is Chad Gable.
Corey, to your point, just the resilience guts of Sami Zayn.
Sami doesn't know the definition of the word quit. Sami Zayn quite literally wakes up every morning looking for new WWE fans to impress. It's what drives Sami Zayn. He wants to be the greatest in the world.
Oh, look at that! Oh!
Michinoku driver.
Almost had him in a kick out at 2.
There are few superstars in the game who have such a synergistic relationship with the WWE Universe as Sami Zayn, as we look again at why you can never count Sami Zayn out. A one-armed Michinoku driver that nearly ended Gable's championship hopes.
It's that sudden offense of Sami Zayn. He can pull it out of nowhere at times.
The sneaky athleticism. He's not the guy you expect to pull off the kind of moves he can.
Now Sami. Again, that left arm giving out. Looked like maybe he was going to go for the Blue Thunder Bomb. And again, the left arm trying to get some feeling back into as the champion. Hoisting Gable up. Gable able to counter. Now back onto the arm.
Sami Zayn so hampered at this point, and Chad Gable just all over those issues like a rash.
Oh! Vicious powerbomb by Gable, who's hustling toward the top turnbuckle.
Gable from up top, Sami halfway across the ring, flying headbutt connected for the championship, first of his career. Zayn at 2.5.
Extreme levels of focus, extreme levels of intensity from Chad Gable, who continues to inch closer to that elusive Intercontinental Championship.
Take another look at the diving headbutt executed by Gable right to the shoulder of Sami Zayn. Very nearly ended this, but not enough to do the job. And Sami Zayn, like him or not, is a survivor.
A German suplex. Gable continues to keep the arms locked.
Zayn is running on fumes right now.
Second German suplex by Gable.
Instinct and instinct alone.
Gable looking for a third. Sami, a couple of well-placed elbows. Breaks the grip. Standing switch by Sami into a German of his own. And now Sami Zayn gonna look to punish Chad Gable. Gable landing high on the neck. Sami looking for a third. Gable with a standing switch. Sami, one of his own, and around they go. Sami with the upper hand.
Half and half suplex, spike Gable.
Cover to retain the Intercontinental title. Kick out by Gable.
And Sami Zayn incapable of hooking a leg on that pin thanks to the abuse to that arm. It was a sloppy pin in the end. There was nothing Zayn could have done about it. Had he been able to hook that leg, we might have had a winner.
Intercontinental Championship on the line. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable.
Look at the landing one more time for Chad Gable. Right on the crown of his skull.
And you take a move like that, you desperately try and protect yourself, land as flat on your back or your stomach, whatever way. The worst way to land directly on the top of your head.
I think Gable might be about a half an inch shorter than he was at the beginning of this match after that landing.
And he was
Don't tell him I said that.
These two men with a just total disdain for one another. And Gable firing back.
We're at a point in the match where it's about who has the deepest tank. And I wouldn't bet against the Olympian.
I wouldn't bet against Sami Zayn. They take down.
Crossface submission cinched in. An absolutely sudden takedown by Chad Gable.
Sami center of the ring. Is he going to tap? If he taps out, Gable's the champ. Sami Zayn, what can he do here?
He's never been closer to the Intercontinental Championship. He has to be merciless at this point.
Zayn trying to make it back to his feet. Nice takedown by Sami Zayn. And Sami turns it into one of his own. Sami with a crossface on Gable. And now it's Gable who may tap out. And how humiliating would that be?
Possible to ever write off Sami Zayn. Just unrivaled competitive spirit, but the same can be said about Chad Gable, who is back on the ankle.
Pick the ankle, drags Sami to the middle of the ring. Ankle locked in, Sami writhing in pain.
This is it.
Talk to me, Sami.
Shut the hell up. Come on, Sami. It's over. It's over. Sami, talk to me.
Zayn trying to hang on, Gable trying to break his ankle.
Sami. No.
Keeps up much longer. Gable's gonna rip Sami's foot clean off his leg.
I'll stop you right now, Sami.
Back to the center of the ring, champ's in trouble. He may have to tap here.
And that was it for Zayn, surely.
Sami, roll up, shoulders down, almost had him. Desperation counter by Zayn. Now he's got a bum arm. Now he's got a bum leg.
Yeah, panic and despair starting to etch itself on the face of the challenger. Chad Gable, where do you go from here?
Yeah, Gable has to be wondering, what do I need to do to put Sami Zayn away? The blows.
Gable just needs to stay the course. Maybe the last pinfall attempt didn't work, but Gable is still in complete control. And he just nodded to Otis.
Well, that's not your title yet, Gable. That's not your championship.
Don't get yourself disqualified.
It's bad luck to hold a trophy you haven't won.
It's tactical, it's strategic. There's a game plan here, just trust the master.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's fair, too, and legal. Using a 4 count as he continues.
Maxine,
oh, he wants Maxine to use the title. Dan Sami with the title. Don't do it, Maxine. Don't do it, Maxine. Don't do it.
Do it.
Thank goodness.
Hey, get up here. Get up here right now. Now, we talked about this over and over. I'm sick match with the crowd. I'm sick of you never listening. I'm sick of all this crap. Every time I tell you to do something, every time.
Sami Zayn! Oh, went for the hula kick, almost hit Maxine.
That was Maxine's whole fault.
Chad Gable gonna take advantage.
Chaos Theory!
Connecting for the win off the Maxine distraction. Sami kicked out. Sami kicked out of Chaos Theory in 2. Gable's gonna lose it. Gable thought he had the title.
Stay the course, Chad.
Sami almost inadvertently haluva kicked Maxine.
This
and now
should already be over, Cole.
Maxine is pleading with Gable. She's saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Every single week, I have to get after you. Every single week. I don't know.
Sami Zayn! Otis shoved Gable out of harm's way. He took the bullet for Sami. Wake up, Otis!
Now Gable making the climb to the top turnbuckle. Target acquired.
And taking out both Otis and Zayn.
Look at the urgency in Gable. Gonna get Sami back in the ring. Finish the job.
Gable gonna go up top, looking for his patented moonsault. Chad Gable, top rope. Sami rolls out of harm's way. Exploder into the corner. Went for the haluva kick, but the back leg gave way. The leg that Gable had worked on throughout the matchup with the ankle lock gave way for Sami Zayn.
Those amazing powers of recovery of Chad Gable ducking out. Uh-oh.
And now,
Sami's out. Sami Zayn now looking to...
Sami off the barricade, tremendous balance, but Gable grabbed the bad leg, and now the ankle lock on the barricade.
Can't win it outside the ring, but you can do a hell of a lot of damage in the meantime.
Well, Sami's got champion's advantage. Gable's got to pin or submit Sami.
Inside of the ring.
Oh no!
Completely inadvertent. That was Sami Zayn's fault.
Well, Gable shouldn't have had Maxine out here in the first place. I've been saying it since the beginning. Make him pay, Otis.
Maxine has been nothing but a hindrance to Chad Gable in this match.
And meanwhile, Gable is distracting the official, hoping that Otis does some more damage to Sami Zayn. Otis is conflicted. Otis won't pull the trigger. Otis is conflicted here yet again tonight. Gable begging Otis to do something.
Earn your keep.
Do the right thing, Otis. And Otis going to the aid of poor Maxine, getting her out of harm's way. Chivalry isn't dead.
Two students that are completely uncoachable.
And look out! Kick off the distraction. Sami into the cover on Gable. Sami Zayn retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn!
Well, thank goodness Otis got Maxine out of harm's way.
I don't need to be thanking Otis for much of anything other than being a hindrance, but you got to give credit.
A hindrance to what? Because he didn't cheat? Because he didn't attack Sami Zayn? Because he didn't do what Master Gable wanted him to do?
You can be the greatest carpenter in the world, but if your tools don't work, you are worthless. And tonight, Otis and Maxine are worthless tools.
Here's where it all began to go south, as Sami was able to put the brakes on and avoid contact with Maxine, which opened the door for the Chaos Theory. Stacked high on Zayn's shoulders, it seemed as though Gable had the win in hand, but such would not be the case.
Yeah, Sami Zayn taking out Otis, who shoved Gable out of harm's way. And then this, obviously inadvertent, Zayn breaking the hold, and then Otis getting Maxine out of harm's way. That distraction would cost Sami Zayn, let's cost Chad Gable, I meant. Zayn delivering the haluva kick and able to pick up the victory.
I hope
Looking away from Sami Zayn, who continues to confound when he's in the worst situation, meandering his way to victory. But what the hell is this going to do to the mindset of Chad Gable now?
Chad Gable did not get the job done in the big one again. He tried everything. He tried to utilize the Alpha Academy. He tried to tap the champion out. But in the end, Sami Zayn survives. And he says, that's it. That's all the chances you get, Mr. Gable. This is done.